You can go ahead and skip to the part where I actually have the figures opened up out of the box, but since this is like an online exclusive from the Mattel Creations, I just want to take a quick look at the box first. We got Bubba Ray Dudley and D-Von Dudley, the Dudley Boyz, as it says all around the box, except for this weird blank spot right in the front. Kind of weird. But of course on the back we can see there's a little bio we can read through. Give it a pause if you like. I think the picture on the back is definitely the Dudleys on like WWF TV because the red ropes. Seems like a WWF picture. Maybe the side could be too, but looks a little more ECW because that's the thing about this set. You can kind of use it as about either one. They're kind of their look from still later ECW as they were leaving there, and their very early WWF appearance. So pretty versatile for this time period that I collect. But you know that I have to open it. And the package feels really heavy. I'm gonna guess a lot of that's Bubba in there. He looks huge in this. Pull it on out. Kind of a trend with these Elite figure 2-packs. You get like a background thing. Just an ECW logo. Not really a background I recall from anything particular. Maybe it is that they did interviews in front of this. It just seems like a logo to me, so they could have done like their last pay-per-view or something like that for ECW, but did this. So I guess we're kind of suggesting that this is ECW versions of them more so with this. On the back, 2 table accessories, so that's pretty fun. Just black tables though, not like the wood appearance. And then of course they've got the WWE modern logo on it instead of like, well, you know. So not great, but fun still. We finally get a complete pair of ECW Tag Team titles. One did come with the Cactus Jack figure exclusive I have a video of you can check out here. But we only had one belt that's a Tag Team title, so it's kind of like floating in my collection, like where am I supposed to put this? But now we got a tag title set. I always say like, oh, you can use the belts with other figures, but probably the best bet, keep these with the Dudley Boyz if you're going to keep them as an ECW version, because a really great tag team to represent ECW for sure. And they're like the modern ECW tag belts, not the super old looking style. So those are good to have. Unique look for the ECW stuff, you know, a lot of like black, kind of makes them look darker, grittier belts, you know, not a lot of gold to them. So we got open accessory hands, and then Bubba and D-Von both have fists, and these like open hands. So this is definitely kind of before like the 3D gesture time period too. Kind of have to look at them together instead of just focusing on one. We've got the cloth shirt for Bubba, but then just molded shirt for D-Von. You can kind of see a little bit of the logo peeking out, but he's got the suspenders up that are just molded on there. D-Von with a necklace, Bubba with a headband that isn't quite correct. It had some like a star or some kind of logo or something on the real one he was wearing. I don't know if that's a copyrighted of like a sports team or like a certain flag or something, I don't know. But just know it's not 100% correct, but can pop that off and he kind of looks a little more Bubba-ish. Even has the scar thing on the back of his head, like where his hair couldn't even grow because it's so scarred. Pretty sweet. So black glasses with the tape on Bubba can take off. And then the white glasses on D-Von, which are so thick. Like, I mean, you got to make them kind of big so they show up, but my god, those are extra thick. But amazing likeness, like D-Von looks super cool here, like younger D-Von, he has kind of his little slice there in the hair. Tattoo visible here. Bubba's got his stare, but I think this is kind of before he was doing the zone out after putting somebody through a table. That was more their camo attire that they got at the very end of 1999. So pretty much the whole 1999, and before that they had these kind of tie-dye shirts here. Bubba you can see with the logo on the back, Dudley Death Drop 3D. Pretty awesome. No Velcro, it's just a solid so they could have that back text on there. That's pretty cool. He's just like bare underneath, so just got the big body. Elbow pads. Bubba's just got these shorts, knee pads. They kind of have a weird thing with like the supporter or the socks or something in the boot, so it's like painted skin here, so it's got a little weird spot here where it's kind of not there, but got 3D on the boots. I guess maybe the only problem here is that Bubba's really tall because of the parts they chose here. He's like 7 foot when you compare it to other figures. Really, he's supposed to be 6'4" only. So he was a big guy, but they did kind of exaggerate his size here just to give him the bigger body, but they also made him tall too. Should have gave him little shorter boots or something like that. D-Von has his suspenders all the way with the back where you could see like a little bit of the logo printed, so you could tell it's like, oh, it was back there, but it's permanently covered up with the molded on suspenders. So that's pretty unique for him. And he has these big baggy shorts too. His maybe more like jean or something with like all these buttons. Bubba didn't have that, but he's got the same big old knee pads. Looks like it's just painted solid black underneath there, like he had like a whole giant sock or legging or something underneath his. But the 3D boots as well. Not sure what's going on the back of the head here. With D-Von, this is like very black line here. Did always have this like stripe here on the head. So highly detailed faces. Bubba getting to have the cloth shirt, which looks pretty cool, but then since there's so little of it showing on D-Von, it's not that big a deal, and I don't know how they would have done like a suspender thing with all that, so it's probably better that it's just molded solid for them anyway. So they're pretty solid, but I still do want like the camo, like all WWF appearance from like their TLC matches and things like that. Because I do remember playing WrestleMania 2000 on the Nintendo 64 and it didn't have the Dudley Boyz. They were like CAWs you would want to make, so you had that team. Because the Hardy Boys and Edge and Christian were already in the game. But then when it came time with WWF No Mercy, they were in the game default and even had some of their special moves animated in the game. But it was with that camo appearance, so that's what I definitely want to get. But this will be nice to expand like the ECW little corner of my collection. Since amongst the Monday Night War, you know, ECW was there between WWF and WCW. I could easily leave these in my WWF collection for now too, waiting for those other Dudley Boy figures as well. So highly detailed figures of them, versatile and where you can put them in your collection as well, so very welcome additions there to my time period collection. So if those later 90s, like Monday Night War time period is any part of your collection, even just one part of it, this is where you want to be. You want to get subscribed here because I show all of those figures here as I collect them for my own enjoyment here. I like to open them up and show you as I do that. Gives me time to reminisce about the time period and stuff and think about where exactly I'm going to put it and what I'm going to do with it for my collection. You know, if I ever opened it up sometime and was like, these make no sense for my collection. It's like, oh, why did I get them then? So these make sense for mine, for my time period. Let me know what you think of them after getting to see them here, and if you have the set. Look for those playlists so you can see WWF or WCW. A lot easier to catch up and watch everything here.